The first match of the day was between two of Chinese Taipei's finest, former world champion Chao Fong and Fu Che Wei. We join our commentators with Fu leading 7-6.
Yeah, 7-6 in this grueling encounter that's going on here on table number 1.
Nice setup here for Chao. He's got a real good chance to knot the score at 7 here. Perfect angle on the 1 to get up for the 2 in the side. The 3's open.
This guy seems to have come out of his slump. When we went away, Fu was all at sea. He's steadied the ship, but he's lost control of the match, which he once had. That's never a good place to be against a man like Chao Fong.
Chao went a little further than he wanted for this 2-ball. He may have to play position for the 3 by bumping in to that 6-ball, and that's never a good way to get shape. You don't want to have to run into balls to get position. Yeah, that's what he's looking at. If he bumps the 6-ball, he's got to hit it just right. He might try to avoid the 6 and draw back behind it. Yeah, just like, yeah, he just tapped the 6. He did it right. Dangerous way to play position, but he executed it properly. Now he's got to play good shape on the 4. As you can see, the 9 is very close to the 4-ball. Looks good. Just don't stop on stop of the 6. Yeah. Boy, he just got there.
Yeah, he'll take that.
Now he's in good shape. This rack should be his. Those were the 2 key shots right there.
This has been a compelling drama, this one, hasn't it? And it's still got a long way to go. Very cagey pool. No great thrills and spills and dramas, but real cat and mouse stuff.
Well, Fu had that mid-match slump when he had a chance to pull away. Somehow I kind of like Chao from here just because he's the more seasoned competitor.
Well, as you say, Jay, there is an argument that Fu should have been 7-2 up, and it looks like it's going to be 7-all. Boy, you would fancy Chao from there. But having said that, Fu has also put himself within touching distance of the finish line. It's really could come down to a case of whose nerve holds. But I'm with you. This man's been there and done it a million times.
Should clean these 2 up, no problem. Perfect position for the 9. Now it's a race to 3.
Yes. Isn't it just? Chao Fong keeps on coming back. He's got himself on terms once again. He'll break next as well. This one's getting very interesting here on table number 1.
Rack 15, Chao to break, 7-7.
Now every break shot is so important, and this is a good one. This is a good one.
Oh yeah, look at that. He'll take that. That's about as well as Chao's broken for quite a while. The break has not quite been there for Chao in this match, but that's a beauty.
Only ball I see tied up is the 4 against the 9.
And I think there's angle on that.
Yeah, I think he's got room to go in the other corner. Yeah, the bottom right. Follow English here. He fell a little short. He wanted to be about a foot farther with the cue ball. This is a difficult cut shot on the 2 here. Oh, he's got the 3. Excuse me. I thought I misread the balls. He's fine for the 3 ball. That's the 8 ball over there on the side rail. So he's in good shape.
You only had him worried for a moment there, Jay.
I was worried he wasn't. Yeah, the 4 will pass the 9. This was his only problem in the rack. Looks like a little bit of a tight fit, like a half pocket, but he's got a perfect angle. Now he's got a full pocket.
Yeah, no problem with that. He'd line that up.
You know, Chao is not playing his customary style. He's a little bit tentative in this match. Maybe he's a little uncomfortable just because he's playing his countryman.
I think he's played a clever game from when he went 5-2 down. He just put the brakes on this match. Every time he got up to the table, he said, I'm slowing this right down. And it's helped him find a way to get back into the match, and it's knocked Fu out of his rhythm.
Well, he fell a little short on position on the 7th. He'd rather be straight in on the 7. Now he has an angle. He may be forced to send the cue ball to the side rail and back out. He's not. Oh, it's the 6. Excuse me. That was not the 8. It's the 6. He'll shoot the 6 next. So he's got the position he wants. Nice job. Shoot the 7 straight in. He's got the 9.
And he'll have the lead.
I think it's his first lead in the match. We're seeing a very methodical Fong Pang Chao here. Fu will get the break next game.
Doesn't he need it? But there will be huge pressure on the Fu break, because if he lets that one slip away, Chao would be on the hill and breaking. Chao's in front for the first time in an awful long time, 8-7. He's come back. Passive, expressionless face that gives so little away. That's a face of a man under pressure. The worst thing you can do in this situation, Jay, is to sit there and say to yourself, well, I should have been 6-2 up, I should have been 7-2 up. Just tell yourself, I'm in a dogfight, but I'm still very much in it, because he's not out of this.
Well, he's definitely felt the pressure of this world stage.
Rack 16, Fu to break, trailing 7 racks to 8.
He must come up big on this break shot. An error here is going to cost him.
Where's the cue ball going to land up?
Well,
As it oh, yeah, I had a nasty feeling that that little eclipse was coming, and the deep sigh confirms that that's not going the way Fu wanted it to go.
blocked by the 4 ball. He's going to have to push out. This is where the strategy comes in 9 ball. Where do you put the cue ball?
It was the only ball that could have got him. That pink rolling around there, and look what it did.
You better come up
Push
with a good
goal.
answer to this equation. What you're attempting to do here is put the cue ball in a position where Chao has a difficult decision whether to shoot or not. wants the cue ball somewhere where he feels like he can.
Look at
make
Chao's eyes, scanning that table, already going through his progressions.
This is an interesting push out here.
Chao will come up and take a long look at this.
Looks like he pushed it out where he can just see the edge of the one. Chao may give this back to him. Wow, look at this. Chao wants to shoot.
Well, look at all those balls at the bottom of the table. There's a lot of safety options there.
If he can put the one ball behind those balls and bring the cue ball up on that end rail near where it's at. That's what he's trying to do.
Gonna go for.
It looks like it's going to work. Boy, look at this. Look at this. He put the cue ball behind the only ball that could be a blocker up there, the 4, and he did it masterfully. That was a great safety.
That is a headache and a half for Fu Che-wei. And there is no jump option there at all. In fact, there's only one way out. And there's another ball, that 6 ball, that seems to be impeding his progress, his natural progress to the 1. So he's got to try and go off the second rail there.
There's no natural angle to get to this 1 ball.
You may even need 3 rails.
Yes.
It's a horrible dilemma he's got to solve here.
And the way these balls, it's like the 1 is totally blockaded in there.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you, Joe. It looks to me you'd have to approach that 1 ball off that bottom rail.
Now he's going to try and shoot 2 rails out of this corner. It's the end rail, side rail. The cue ball has to thread between the 5 and the 9.
Boy, this is a high-risk shot.
He's about a 20-to-1 underdog to hit this ball. Yep. Came way short.
Ball in hand.
Ball in hand for Chao.
Off the Fu break, remember, if Chao takes control of this table from here, he goes to the hill. That was a hard, hard shot to make.
Well, Chao's got 2 choices. He can either shoot this 1-3 combination or come around to this side and shoot the 1.
And he's got to thread those balls to get position on the blue 2. He obviously likes his chances from this side more than the 1-3.
Well, he has a choice. He can shoot the 2 up in the far corner, or that looks like what he's going to do here. He's going to draw the cue ball back, shoot the 2 up in the corner. Looks like he's going forward to shoot the 2 in the lower right. Yes. Hit it nicely. Hit it very nicely.
That is big trouble for Fu Che-wei.
With that 1 stroke of the cue, the rack has opened up for Chao.
And Fu's best chance now is that Chao gets some horrible break off his break. Because if Chao gets a break and run out, Fu may not return to this table.
Even though there's 7 balls left on the table, it's all fairly routine from here. Roll forward slowly with the cue ball. He just wants to get a nice... He's being very careful in this match.
He's done this from when he dropped 5-2 adrift, hasn't he? He's just slowed it right down, double-checked and triple-checked every shot. The effect has been, A, to minimize his errors, and he really hasn't made a big error since I think it was a scratch earlier on, and that was it. But B, it's knocked Fu right out of his rhythm.
Well, Chao's in a situation where he's got to go up and down the table twice. He's got to go up the table from the 3 to the 4 and then back down the table from the 4 to the 5. Fortunately, the balls are out in the open. going to draw this ball 2 rails. If he does, he's got to hit it real hard. Very firm stroke here. Nicely done. He doesn't want to get on the rail, though. He wants to be off the rail.
Yeah, it's just enough momentum to just kick it off the rail a couple of centimeters.
If it's straight in, he's not going to like it. In the game of 9-ball, the players always want to have an angle on the next ball. The angle gives them the ability to move the cue ball around. The hardest shot to play position off is a straight in.
Has he got a little bit of angle there? This fella hopes it's straight in.
It's pretty straight. I think what we're going to see is going to jack the cue up and try to draw the cue ball back. He's made this routine run out a little bit difficult. Anytime you jack the cue up, the shot becomes harder. Oh my God.
What a let-off for Fu, and what a missed opportunity for Chao. He almost had this match in his grasp. He's let Fu off the hook.
Well, when you see the player jack that cue up in the air, let me show you, the shot becomes twice as hard. Boy. I can't remember ever seeing Chao dog a shot like that at a key point in the match.
That really was a turn up for the books.
Let's see if Fu can take advantage of this. He's got a tricky angle on the 4. What he's concerned about here is the cue ball is going to go right towards that lower left corner pocket. He's got to make this ball and avoid that pocket.
Oh, he's left himself a long old shot here.
I don't know what that was all about. I have no idea where he was going there. Maybe he thought he was going to run into the 7-ball with a cue ball, but boy, he didn't even want to be down at that end of the table.
No, he had no business going up there. There's not many players would fancy taking this one on at such a critical point in the match. It's makeable. He can get it, but it's very missable too.
This is a tough cut shot here. He's trying to cut that 5-ball back in the lower. He made it.
And he's played it well.
And he's going to have another hard shot. Well, we're seeing both players struggle right now. They're kind of stumbling to the finish line, Nick.
It's been an exhausting match in many ways.
Well, the good news for Fu is if he can make the 6-ball, he's got natural position for the 7. The bad news is we're watching a guy who's struggling right now. Looks like, whoa, he barely made that ball.
Only just.
Now he's in good shape. Oh, he'll get out now. Not an easy rack.
And Chao must be sitting there cursing, because this could have been Chao with a shot to go on the hill. Instead, he's let Fu back in, and it's 8-8. And we've still got a long way to go before we find out which one of these two Chinese Taipei players makes it. Pick a winner, guys. Jay, Uday, anybody, pick a winner. You would have thought Chao Fong was in the box seat, but that miss, it let Fu back in. I guess it's a race to 2, and Chao is the lead-off guy. That gives him the advantage, but...
Rack 17, Fong Pang Chao to break, 8-8.
I have no idea here. I mean, these guys are both struggling right now, Nick.
Yeah, it really is too close to call. These are the kind of matches we like. We've had a couple of close ones already. There will be many more like this tonight.
Nice break.
Yeah.
Nice break. It should
Chao's.
open up. Oh, no.
No. Look at that. Look how those balls lined up. Now he can kick at that one, or he may push, but he has no shot, and he's gone for the push immediately. Wasted no time in that decision.
You heard him say push already, huh? Okay. Well, I suspect we'll see him send the cue ball down to this end of the table closest to us. Leave some distance. Yeah, right about there, that corner where he's standing. I think the cue ball will end up around there somewhere. The problem with leaving the one ball out in the open is then Fu has got the opportunity to play a good safety. Both players appear a little tight to me. I'm sure they got a history playing each other.
I'm sure they've met each other many times down the years. It's too small a world to not know all these guys, isn't it? It's a small pond that these big fish operate in.
Well, the Chinese Taipei players are known for their private money games. So I have a feeling these fellows have met several times away from the tournament arena. Nerves have definitely come into play in this match. All right.
So he's pushed down the table. Now, Fu can get a sight of that one ball. Can he get a sight to do anything useful with it? If he doesn't think he can, he'll turn it straight back to Chao, and then we'll see what Chao had in mind. Jammed it up against the rail as well, so...
I think Fu's going to pass on this one. I don't like the layout here. I mean, there's a possibility of playing a billiard from the 1 to the 2. He's taken a good long look at it.
From the rail as well, look. It's a tough shot.
Frankly, I'd be surprised if Fu takes his shot, just because, like you said, Nick, that cue ball's on the rail. It's hard to do anything with it. I think Chao would like Fu to shoot here. Well, he's not giving up the table yet.
He's doing to Chao what Chao has done to him. Made his opponent sit and wait. Well.
He's got to hit this ball real good. He wants to shoot the one. Yeah, he passed.
Yeah,
he passed.
He was never going to take that on. Okay, Chao, what did you have in mind?
He's looking at the billiard from the 1 to the 2. Very difficult billiard from this distance. Even from up close, it's not an easy shot, but from here, this is a low percentage shot. And the match is in the balance.
It certainly is. This would be a bad time to lose the initiative in this match. Remember, it was Chao who had the break.
To make this billiard, he must hit it perfectly, because that 2's not hanging in the hole.
Off shot. One hand.
That's another one of these moments when the match just turned on its head.
Poor choice there.
That had danger written all over it.
Now look at this rack for Fu. They're wide open.
Oh, it's turned around completely.
All the way Fu doesn't get out here as he stumbles big time. Couldn't ask for a better rack. No balls to negotiate around.
And you know who's up next with the break? This man right here. He's going to the hill with a chance to break for the match. barring, as you say, something very, very strange.
I'll tell you, the way this match has gone, I wouldn't be surprised to see it go hill-hill, though.
We've had one or two mini slumps, haven't we?
Well, what you just see right now, he got a little bit of an awkward position on the 5. He's okay. I mean, he can shoot the 5 in the lower right corner, slide the cue ball up table for the 6, but he's not as close to the 5 as he would like to be. This is what happens when you get out of line. You have to start making a little tougher shots. Again, he doesn't have the perfect angle on the 6. He'll go on the side. He's going to have to shoot the cue ball a little bit harder than he would have liked. He's going to have to go 3 rails for position on the 7th. 1, 2, 3. Nice job there. Now he's back in line.
And he's almost on the hill. Boy, did that push out from Chao backfire in his face.
Just draw the cue ball up a little bit. Shoot the 9 in the same corner. Oh no, he's got it. He can shoot the 9 in the other corner. He managed to get through this rack and get to the hill.
Indeed he did. Well, are we close to the last act here? Fu Che-wei has weathered his storm to get on the hill, and he'll break next. The 2-time former world champion is on the brink of elimination.
Going to be thinking about that scratch off the 1 for a while. A golden opportunity for this man to close out the match. Somehow I feel like the match is not over yet. These guys, I feel like they're destined to go 9-9. They both felt the pressure the last 3 or 4 games.
He's got balls down. Does he have a
like
clean
a nice
look?
break. This
Does
looks
he
like
have
a nice
look?
break.
Oh, we'll take that. He'll
Well,
take that. Oh, isn't that what you want when you're on the hill? Look at this.
He made a nice break shot. He controlled it well. This is the key shot right here. Obviously, the 2 will go in the upper right corner, but he's got to get position on the 3. If he can do that, he may be able to close out Chao. He's got to hit this ball firm. Wow, he hit that ball nice. Put a nice stroke on that ball. They're all there now.
Yes, this is 6 balls from the last 16.
Well, as I've said before, he made the hard shot. Now can he make the 5 easy shots? Must maintain his concentration for the next 6 balls.
There's 1. Chao's campaign looks like it may be coming to an end here at the hands of his younger countrymen.
Boy, he's taking his time. He's feeling
you?
it, believe me. He's feeling the pressure.
Why would you rush it here? He knows it's totally out of his hands now. And now it's 4. The only shot that represents any degree of difficulty whatsoever here is getting from 7 to 8, and that really shouldn't be difficult at all.
Well, he's got the perfect angle to get from the 6 to the 7.
Some excitement elsewhere in the auditorium. I suspect Jeff DeLuna might be in the middle of that one, judging by where that game was at. The DeLuna-Lee Kun-Fang match.
As long as he can control his nerves, he'll be fine. Like you said, this is the shot. If he gets good position from the 7 to the 8, it's all over. I like it. I like it. He does too.
Just 2 more shots for a place in the last 16 against either Steve Davis or Jerome Pena, a match we will see later on today here on ESPN.
Boy, he's awful close to that 9-ball with his shirt.
He's okay. And this is it.
Wow, what an upset this is.
Another campaign comes to an end for Chao Fong Pang. The draw shot king has dethroned him. Well, he really had to come through a mini slump there, Fu Che-wei, when he led 5-2 and allowed Chao to retake the lead. But then it was Chao that lost the plot. And so the former champion bows out. Fu Che-wei is through to the last 16, where he will face England's Steve Davis or the qualifier from the Philippines, Jerome Pena.